Thanks for coming out, everybody. I'm exhausted tonight. I need some R&R, Red Bull and Ritalin. I spent all day onboarding for a new job. Ever doing that before? Onboarding? Yeah, it's the most tedious and pointless process of getting a job. I did 3 hours of sexual harassment training. By the end of it, I felt like somebody pinched my nipples and grabbed my ass. The only thing I got from that is that I won't talk to anybody in the workplace ever again. I'm sorry, It is very, very difficult when you get a new job, when you have to go through all those processes of onboarding. I even take it serious. When I was taking it, I was trying to click forward on my laptop so I could get to the test, but it wouldn't allow me. So in the process of that, I was watching porn on my iPhone. So the woman was like, sexual harassment is not tolerated in any work environment. And then you hear in the background, choke me, spank me, pull my hair. Choke me, spank me, pull my hair. We had to do an orientation. We had to do an icebreaker. Yeah, you ever done an icebreaker? Yeah, that forced engagement with your new coworkers is unnecessary. I really don't care what your interests are outside of the work environment. Like, I don't care, Sharon, that you like to crochet on the weekends. All I want to know is about what I do on the job, Because they always have that thing where it's like, okay, guys, we're not a team. We're a family here. Hold on, we're only making $22 an hour. This is not the merger of Gillette and Procter & Gamble here. This is a hospital job. Let's lower our enthusiasm a little bit. They always ask you, tell us, what are 3 adjectives to describe who you are? You gotta understand, this is 8 in the morning, so my mind is sputtering. I just yelled out, Jewish space lasers. I didn't know what to say. I'm just thinking about how little I'm making at 40 years old. At 40 years old, if you're making $22 an hour, you made a lot of mistakes in your life. And at this point in my life, my back goes out more than I do. You don't know how much lying I had to do even to get the job. I was like Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects. I was like, I was in a barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois. Whatever I got to do to get the job. I'm glad somebody got that reference. Because the job interviews, it really is it's a game of who can outlie each other, And my job resume, it is just one big lie. It is one big euphemism. Because I didn't put fry guy on my resume. I put sous chef of oil-based culinary preparation. Whatever I could do to get the job. And they were like, we were really impressed by your resume. I'm like, well, which part? The falsified college degree part? Or the falsified blocks in between my workplace history part? That's why I like to use the ChatGPT to update my resume. It really is, it really has helped hide the lie. Because I was the valedictorian of my GED class, so it's been an uphill battle since 10th grade for me, Nobody's bussing tables at 40 years old with ambition and goals in life. That's called survival. I'm trying to make some lifestyle changes in my life in this year, too. I'm trying to actually mature. So I've given up watching porn, online dating, and eating French fries. Now I'm having this recurring dream of 2 Idaho potatoes making out with each other. I don't think it'll last till March. I do not realize I was watching so much porn because I was watching it for interior design ideas, not actually sex. I never didn't care about the gangbang. I'm like, where did they get that Corinthian couch from? I did watch the Bonnie Blue versus 1,000 Men, though. I am guilty of that. That woman is an international treasure. She really is. It was so gross. I don't look at sex the same ever since. This one was covered in so much semen. She looked like the conveyor belt at the Krispy Kreme factory. It was really bad. I am glad to be in Chicago. I moved from Cincinnati, Ohio, And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here in Second City tonight. I live in Rogers Park. Anybody know been in Rogers Park? East Rogers Park.
Yeah, been there.
It is the wokest place on the planet. You know, people walk around with bags in their eyes. It's so woke up there. It's the only place you'll see like 2 raccoons wearing a shirt that says, "Keep your laws off my body," by eating gluten-free pizza in an alley. Everybody's fighting the cause up there. So at some point in your life, you kind of realize like you can't change the world, but you can change the world in yourself, right? But I do want to make a change in society today. That's why I want to run for alderman. Once I figure out what an alderman is and what they do, I just want to run on one nuanced platform. Abolish human resources altogether. We don't need a human resource anymore. You got a problem with your coworker or your supervisor, we're going to do what we used to do. Wait until the end of the day in the parking lots. Yes, let's make America 2006 again. That is my time, folks. Thank you so much.